Grant gamers, future grant winners, how are you? Good to see you again, twice in the same day. Hopefully you can hear me. I got on my headphones. I'm sitting in front of my fan, so y'all gonna have to let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. I just got off the phone with one of my mentors, and I was like, okay, I gotta go do my live real quick. So here we are. I was live with you guys earlier today. I am back. So welcome back. If you hung out with us early this morning for a quick coffee chat and I told y'all I would come back. So welcome. Hello, Dr. T and Teresa. Hey, education. Okay. Is your name Kay? Is that why you spelled it like that? Let me know. Hello, L.A. Adams and Sierra and Deborah, Miss Kay, Sheila. Welcome, y'all. Say hey in the chat if you can hear me. Let me know if y'all hear my fan, too, blowing in the phone. Because I was hot, so I turned the fan on. But I want to talk to y'all, and y'all be able to hear me. So welcome to Black Women in Grants, where we talk all things grants for Black women, for-profit, small business owners. Is that you? I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people, that you're in the right place. So welcome. Hello, Tania. Or is it Tanya? Hey, girl. Hey, Tamika. Life of Misfit, blessed girl. Holly Joy. Terry. Hey, Terry. Michelle, Tanya. Joanne. Aaron, Angel, Cherish. Hey, y'all. Say hey in the chat. Let me know if this is you. Put me in the chat if this is you. Hey, nurse. Are you a Black woman? Put me in the chat if that's you. Welcome back, Tay Tay. Welcome back, Chocolate Lady. We're gonna bring you live in a minute, girl. Hey. Hey, Holly Joy. Any Black women on the live with me? I want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. Put me in the chat if that's you. Only one? Okay. Maybe two. Let me see who else is listening or versus multitasking. What about Black women for-profit small business owners? Let me know. With a name like Chocolate Lady, you better be Black. Any Black women for-profit small business owners, let me know. Any Black women for-profit small business owners seeking grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business? Question mark? Let me know. Y'all better be honest too. Put me in the chat if that's you. Any Black women for-profit small business owners seeking grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And let's see, what else? You're based in the United States. Y'all here with me? We're both breathing this good old American air. Let me know. What about Black women for-profit small business owners based in the United States seeking grants? You're over the age of 18. Okay, what about Black women for-profit small business owners based in the United States seeking grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business? You're over the age of 18 and you own at least 51% of your business. Is that you? Let me know. I only see one person that's kind of responding. So, yeah. Okay. Cool. Chocolate Lady, you ready to come on with me and hang out? Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about grants. Let's talk about resources that are available as a Black woman for-profit small business owner. Send your invitation and I will bring you up with me, girl. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, winner of over $1 million in grants and grant-funded opportunities And I'm excited to share with you guys what I know and what the women over at blackwomeningrants.com in our year-long mentorship program, they're learning from my journey, and they are winning funding. We talked earlier this morning on our chat about the $205,000 that our last, actually it's $220,000. I just redid the math after this morning's live. So $220,710 has been won by our last 4 reported grant winners. Ain't that exciting? Could you guys see like your name in the hat adding to those wins? Let me know. Could anybody use extra grant funds? Y'all talk to me in the chat. Over at blackwomeningrants.com is our year-long mentorship. And you can check out how these ladies are winning these fundings and the resources that are currently available. Let's bring on Chocolate Lady. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chocolate. Oh, you got your sexy voice on. Good morning, Chocolate Lady. How are you? Yeah. Welcome. How are you, girl?
I've been wanting to speak to you for so long. It's so amazing. You
Well,
have no
let's
idea.
talk. What you been up to? Because you ain't been here. So we've been
Okay.
missing you. I get
So
excited when I
so
see y'all's
let me
name.
first apologize for that. I've been dealing with a lot of life things, and between the loss of my father and dealing with my mother, it's just been loaded. And I did explain to you about, having a car accident back in the day, but I've been trying to push through it. And the fact that you get on here all the time and the fact that you repeat yourself all the time has enabled me to be able to learn. So what I've been doing is I did get a beauty scholarship for a branding program, but then he came back and gave me a mentorship. And so that's like worth like 50,000, and I get to talk to him. I haven't been able to, because I may have to come to Georgia just to watch him because of what has happened to me. However, he's working around my injury. So I want to thank you for that. The other thing is that my son has also, because he's a veteran, all I do is go in the GOOGLE and change the wording, and I'm able to pull up things for veterans that he's eligible for.
Right.
So I did not, I just want to thank you because I was going through so much when I passed your page. And the fact that you was on, I said, well, let me listen. I said, because she got a pleasant spirit. She's not yelling and howling and screaming at everybody. There's another lady on here that's extremely nasty. And I couldn't listen to her, so I couldn't learn from her. And I really, really appreciated the pleasantness and the fact that you take your time and just explain very thoroughly. When I didn't get any no's. The first thing I applied to was the first thing I got. And so I bless the Lord for that. But I ain't trying to go over on that side, because you know how we do. But I really, really thank God for you, and I really, really appreciate you, because I am a classically trained chef, and after my accident, I had to learn to read, write. I had to learn to do everything all over again. So the fact that I'm able to listen, and I did print out my book, and I'm going to print up the other book, and I'm also going to do the life coach program, because I've been helping other people, And I don't know how that happened, but I know a lot of people with businesses, and I know a lot of people that are black, and even the people that aren't, they just have to change the words. So I'm grateful does not explain enough how I feel. If I was able to come and sit under you for 3 weeks and learn exactly directly from you, I would. I would. I would do
Okay.
that. And
I love it.
I just so appreciate just the listen, you have no idea. And if I keep trying to explain to you, I'm gonna bust out crying, so I'm gonna stop. So yes,
Don't start, cause
I
I join
did
you now.
I did I did get the branding scholarship. I did get the mentorship program. We are still actually working it out because he has to direct me in a little bit of a different way than he does everybody else. I may have to hand it over to my son because we're doing it together because he can grasp it quicker than me. But all the stuff that I learned from you, I have my printed out book in my bedroom in front of my mirror.
Okay.
And I sit when I'm after I finish because you go in your mirror every day, right? So I have
Right.
to go look at it every day so I can remember what I'm trying to remember. And some of it's six and some of it does. So when you ask, did you read the book? I'm just like, listen, this lady don't even know. I've got to read the book over and over and over. And it took me some time the first time. I know you were saying that we could sit and listen to the other lady read the book, but and I ain't gonna say that I can or can't listen to her. I just haven't tried it yet because I've been trying to just highlight the important parts so I can, while I'm listening, I can't highlight anything. So it helps me remember
Okay.
when I go back and look at the marker and look at the different colors and just, just like that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the there's the app that'll read it to you, and I know you can speed it up, but I
Okay.
think you may be able to slow it down too. Cause I get like that too when I'm really trying to listen intently and take notes at the same time. I have to slow it down to like point 0.5 speed, so it's talking really slow and giving me time to
Okay.
write and listen at the same time. So that's just something that may be
See,
helpful
I
to
didn't
you.
know. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Yeah.
Yeah, play around with that and let me know how that goes. And we're thankful for your son because it sounds like as he's helping you, you're helping him, and both of you guys will be winning together soon, even more.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. He is actually, because he's got a lot of veteran friends. And so he's actually sending these people to me. Go talk to my mother. She's gonna tell you just exactly how to do it. I'm like, I said, why would you do that? He said, Ma, he said, they want to do a business. I said, well, they need to go to Dr. AJ. They don't need to come to me in my house bugging me. Well, dealt with that. And even as far as some of the sheriffs and some of the different other people that I know, they've applied for grants just through some of the things that I've said and just okay, so how we do this? I'm like, I didn't I send you the link to the lady? Never mind that. Just tell me this, just tell me that. So I've been having kind of a double thing going on here that I never expected.
Absolutely, and that's what we've actually started promoting because Ashley Rankin, who has won $29,000 so far, she's doing the same thing. She's helping other people. So is Deanna Joy. So is Raven DuVernay, who's won $100,000 so far. So that's what it's
Really?
about, and that's what we were talking about earlier on the live. When we learn as Black women, we're now that resource within our own community that's going to reach back and bring others with us. So girl, they like, we got Dr. AJ at the house. They talking about you. So go ahead and share that skill. And if y'all get too deep and everybody looking crazy, then y'all come join us in the
Right.
mentorship together.
Right.
Because that's what it's about. So that's what Raven did, and she helped her colleague win $59,000 as she won almost twice as much as he did. Ashley Rankin has helped someone win, I think it was 5,000. Deanna Joy is paying it forward. So that's what it's about. This is a skill that's transferable. Like you said, you just do your research on the grants, change a few words, and there you have it, a whole new world that you can go apply to for your business, as a veteran, as someone who's disabled.
Yes.
So all of that matters because it is a practical skill. And it helps that you know it, but it also helps that we share it with other people and they learn it. And that's how the impact is going to have a ripple effect. So I appreciate y'all telling me how you're using this information. I'm listening and trying to figure out how we can do even more on a deeper level to help more people. Because I told you we got a goal for 500 by the end of the year, and we're at 370 that's already in our mentorship. So
why
I'm
don't
just
you?
happy
Why
you're
don't you?
one
Why
of
don't you?
them.
This is my suggestion. Just as a little suggestion, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk. Why don't you do a power class at least once a week, once a year, so we can all just come look at you.
Well, so what you missed in your vacation / absence, I have fainted twice, once at home, once in the emergency room.
No. I did
And
see certain things. I was having you.
yeah,
I told
I
my
forgot
mother.
I
I
sent
said you
y'all
gotta
the
pray for this
email.
lady because this ain't good.
Yes. I forgot I sent an email and updated y'all straight from the hospital bed because they
Yes,
kept
you
me
did.
overnight.
Yes, you did.
So I've had 2 blood transfusions. My doctor has had me under watch. I told him I'm tired of seeing you. We're going to do telehealth next time because I'm tired of going to the
Watching
doctor.
you. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with that said, that's why I haven't been on camera the last 4 months, but I have been here with y'all. So while you
Yes.
may not get to stare at me, you do get to come and engage 3 times a week live here on
Right.
TikTok, like we've been
Right.
doing for the last year and a half. So if your people
Yes.
won't join the class right away, share this link for the Black Women in Grants page and tell them to come
Okay.
join the conversation. It's just as good, whether I'm on screen or
Okay.
not,
Okay. I'll do that.
Yeah, and the ironic part is we did have something planned right before all of that happened with my health, and so I
I
had to
remember
cancel that
that.
event
Yeah.
here in
Yeah.
Atlanta. So we haven't done anything live or really on camera. I tried to go back on camera once and I got dizzy, so we ain't gonna try that again no time soon. But I will be
No.
here with you
Yeah.
guys just like
Mm,
this. Yeah, so we're
okay.
making the best of it as I
Okay.
heal and giving what I can. Because one thing I ain't gonna do is kill myself trying to do this. So
See, we both in the same boat. I'm in 3 different therapies,
yeah,
and I understand exactly what you're saying. So please, yes, ma'am, take care of yourself. Yes, ma'am.
yes. So I keep y'all updated. I'm trying to see if we can plan something, but it's gonna have to be a different style than we're used to. Like I know we used to meet once a month and all that good stuff. So we had to take away that. But I've been here more with y'all too, so it freed up some time to come hang out via the audio feature. So I'm thankful that TikTok even has this, because
Okay.
y'all might not have seen me for a long time if we didn't have this
Oh.
option. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm tired of TikTok. They don't send me all my notices, but I will set my clock and I will set my thing. So on the days that I'm home, that I will be back here with you a little bit better than I was.
Yeah, that's what I even have to do. Set my alarm, put it on the calendar. So I have 3 or 4 things that go off like every 15 minutes leading up to this, reminding me to be
It's
here with you
coming.
guys. So
Yes.
yeah, I am here. So thank you for showing your face. It always makes me happy to have familiar faces.
You're welcome.
We call y'all OGs, like original grantees.
Yes, you're
Um,
welcome.
and tell somebody, bring somebody with you next time. Be like, just get on TikTok real quick and listen and
Yeah,
ask
I
some questions
will.
real quick.
I will.
Yeah, that's how
Have a
we gonna make
beautiful
this
day,
work.
Dr. AJ. I really love
You
you.
are welcome, chocolate lady. Thank you, girl.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, y'all. So that is one of our OGers. I've been here with y'all since May of last year. We've done like 300 episodes. And if you're in our mentorship, we got a TikTok replay playlist with all of the episodes that I remember to download and add to the playlist. So go over there and check it out, because I was on camera for the first like full year or so. So just saying, if you want to see me in action in all my glory, from the beginning where TikTok like whipped me in the shade. I didn't think I was gonna make it, honey. Them first 3 months here, TikTok is a wild, wild west of online live platforms. But now I think we're getting more and more of the right people. So if you're here hanging out with us and you're here with good intentions, which is to learn about being a Black woman for-profit small business owner, you are in the right place. So, what questions can I answer for you guys about grants as a for-profit Black woman small business owner? For-profits is different than nonprofits. We get our money from different places. It's not government funded. It's not a loan. It is not based on your credit. And so we take all of this into consideration when we're finding and applying for these opportunities, which is why we win. And we really win because we tell really good, powerful stories. And that's what grants want to hear. So everything that Chocolate Lady just shared about her journey, please believe everything that I've been dealing with and healing with is going in my grant applications. Because grants love to see an empowered Black woman persevering through everything that comes, even though you're running a business. So you can share that part of your story. Some people ask, how much should I share? What's too much? I never know what to say. How do I not overshare? As long as you can lead that story back to why you started your business, why you're so passionate, who you're helping. Because one thing I've discovered, the more I share my journey with anemia, which is why I fainted, why I needed 2 blood transfusions. When I shared that with you guys who are in my mentorship program, more and more people email me back, or they talk to me here on the live, or they texted me, and they're like, I deal with that too. So when a grant sees that you're connecting with the community in ways that you really can't even describe, to me, that's a Black girl magic moment here with Black women in grants. And it's hard to describe those Black girl magic moments on paper, but it's a part of our story. And like I just mentioned, I took pictures in the emergency room, in a hospital gown, butt naked in the back and all. Y'all didn't see that part, thankfully. But I went live straight from the hospital bed. One of my nurses, right before I got discharged, walked in, and she is a member of our mentorship. She came to one of our last events here in Atlanta and joined us. And she's like, I knew it was you. So she was excited to be the nurse serving me. So it's showing the impact we're having, not just here in Atlanta, but online. We had a grant that we applied for here in Atlanta that was like, your business and your vision is so much bigger than this city. You are global, ma'am. And they gave us a letter of recommendation. So the fact that we have 370 ladies in our mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. They have been training with us since this time last year. So we just turned a year old this month. And we'll be at 500 by the end of this year and have met our goal to help 500 women find and apply for and win grants. You got the strategies, you got the steps. I've written books, we've done videos and boot camps and interviewed our last 3 grant winners, 4 as of today, that have won a collective total of $220,000. And if nothing else, we are a resource that's being provided for Black women who don't even know this type of funding is available for their business. So it's bigger than just me giving you a list of grants. It's bigger than just me telling you, you can go to Google right now and find grants. That's what Chocolate Lady was talking about her and her son do. You can find grants for anything you can think of. No, it's not a get rich quick. I've already given you the cheat code. This is for Black women for-profit small business owners. So whatever you're looking for a grant for in your Black woman-owned for-profit small business, the possibilities are endless. So it's not about, is it possible for me to win? Is there a grant for my business? Is there a grant for this, this, and this? We turn that question from a question to a statement. There is a grant for my business because there are millions of dollars. We have a list of grants that we send out every single month. We just sent it out last week. One of our team members puts it together every month for over a year now, and it has 80 different opportunities and resources, totaling over $1.2 million in grants and grant funded opportunities that you can go read about. Make sure that you know you qualify for it, and then apply. So, Classy, I'm answering your question now. It's not about if you can get a grant. It's knowing that there is a grant. So, yes, I answered your question. You got another question? So what other questions can I answer for those of you who want to know about finding and applying for and winning a grant as a Black woman, for-profit small business owner? Because those are the types of grants that we win. It's not really based on your business or what you do, but it's based on who you are and how you tell your story. So y'all just heard a conversation talking about the journey to continuing to apply for grants and funding and find it and win it. Chocolate Lady has won a $50,000 scholarship to get mentored, customized to her business. Stuff like that is priceless at the end of the day. Because I'm sure if he would have said, hey, pay me $50,000, it would have been a different story, a different outcome, okay? So Chocolate Lady, when you think about your story, so let me use my example. So when I apply for my next grant, I'm going to tell everything. And it's based on how much space you have on that application, right? So I'm going to talk about how this time in 2023, we had 400 people following our TikTok channel right here, Black Women in Grants. Now we have 70,000 plus of y'all following this page. And if you don't follow it, you better do it real quick right now. Turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. I'm going to talk about how I'm live here with you guys every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. How I've been going live those times plus pop-ups for the last few weeks, twice a day. So I'm on here coughing, voice raspy, drinking water, throat dry, but I'm on here 3 times a week minimum for an hour every time. We now have 300 episodes featuring those teachings. And one of them included me getting admitted to the ER, having 2 blood transfusions. And when I felt better, right before I got to go home, I went live with y'all straight from the hospital bed. I can talk about how this community is now a safe space of Black women for-profit small business owners who also address the realities of owning a business and how health is a factor, how your time matters, how you use your time. Because while I was in the hospital, I was also on a coaching call with my coach, which motivated me to come coach you guys. So, you know, my body may have needed rest, but my mind was ready to teach and help y'all. And a part of me helping you guys is helping you tell your story. So what led you to have that same passion behind becoming an entrepreneur, how you're helping people? And now, because of my vulnerability, y'all heard, who was I talking to earlier this morning? Selena. She said it was your authenticity, your transparency. You shared. And the reason I can share is because I have to be patient with myself. So why not be patient with other people who are probably going through something similar as I'm dealing with? Y'all have helped me, shared medications and supplements and told me what to tell my doctor because you went through it and your best friends went through it. And we had what I call that Black Girl Magic moment, all because God allowed us to come together as a community on this here TikTok platform and share. And as a result of me showing up, y'all show up. And then I let you guys into my mentorship where we can show up together for a whole year, walk step by step through finding, applying for, and winning these grants. Because I won straight out the hospital. I was still winning. So we've given away over $55,000 in scholarships to join us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And as a result of all of this coming together, a part of my health journey leading us right here, as I was winning, so were other women in our mentorship. And so Raven Duvernay, she stopped by the live recently and she said, hey, you shared a storytelling tip. I've been applying and I could not win for nothing. But I did the one thing you told us to do, which was to share our story in a way that humanizes us, just like I just did with you guys. And she won the biggest grant that they were granting at the time from a $2 billion fund. She won $100,710. So again, it's not just about finding a list of grants. You got to know what you're doing. Your story matters, and you can incorporate all of that to win. That's what she did. That's what Deanna Joy did. She's now winning $76,000. She's a semi-finalist for $1 million grant right as we speak. Ashley Rankin did the same thing, and now she got a $10,000 grant from L'Oreal, the big beauty brand. Not only did they give her $10,000 to now launch her new skincare line, but they're going to mentor her, taking her in under their wing and saying, hey, here's how you do this, this, and this. Here's how we became a multi-million-dollar brand. Okay? So that's how you take your story. That's how you use it to apply for grants. But you got to have a strategy going in. So that's why I encourage you guys to stop asking, wondering, procrastinating with, can I get a grant for this? Can I get a grant for that? The answer is yes. But you got to know how to apply. I can give you a list of grants. I can tell you where to go get the grants. But what happens when you get to the application and you're wondering, did I do this right? Am I answering these questions right? I wonder if I'm going to get it. You go from thinking like that to thinking like Ashley. She emailed me the other day. She's now won a total of $29,000 so far in her grant journey. She won $24,000 in the last 30 days. And she just emailed me like, I applied for another grant. I'm now at $500,000 in applications out there. And I know my last application was the best one they ever seen. That's the type of confidence I'm talking about. We ain't worried about competition. We ain't wondering if we did it right. We ain't guessing because we know there's a formula to this. There's a grant winning strategy to this. And we know that we can go and repeat and repeat and repeat. And that's what Ashley's doing. So she won the $10,000 grant from L'Oreal. She won another $5,000. She got another $5,000 from someone who's seen her winning and they're now matching it. And so it goes on and on. And as I mentioned earlier, she's now helping other people apply. And we're sharing our resources, which means you reap what you sow, right? So we're sowing good. We're going to continue reaping good. And it starts with grants. It starts with the resources that I'm sharing with you in the program over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's only $97 to come join us for a full year. And there's Klarna, there's Affirm, there's Afterpay if you need a payment arrangement. So if you're willing to take a step, I'm willing to step with you and open the doors to show you how this works. So what other questions can I answer specifically for those of you who are Black women with for-profit small businesses? And make sure you're asking from the standpoint of who you are as a Black woman with a for-profit small business and a story. So Classy, do you have a story about trucking? Okay. Answer that and I may be able to help. Tay says, listen, when you said my little video was good, I walked around with my chest poked out because that just confirmed that I was listening. I can tell when you guys actually are doing the work in the program. It's based on the questions that you ask. I can look at your video and tell that you were doing the work. And for that to be your first video, girl, yes, ma'am. Okay. So imagine taking the feedback that I shared and making it even better. That's what Ashley did. She sent me, I don't know how many videos. Every time she applied for a grant, I'm like, send me that video. And this last one she sent, my mouth was wide open. I was speechless. And my heart just got so warm because I'm like, I am so excited to be able to say, I have been a part of this journey with her, growing and getting better and better. And now I literally have no notes for her. I'm like, okay, go show somebody else how to do that. Go apply for more grants. Let me know when you win, girl, because this video is it, honey. So there's that. So yes, you should be proud. And I do that for y'all, especially from your first application so that you can map your own growth. We do what's called timelines or milestones. So for Ashley to be able to say this time last year, she did not even want to apply for grants with a video requirement to now like mastering it, winning 5 figures in funding plus, girl, you can't tell none of us nothing. I'm proud. She proud. You proud. We proud. Let's go. And you guys are not the only ones. We've had others send their videos as well because it's a difference between a commercial for your business and a video essay that a grant request that tells your story, just like we're talking about today. So we all celebrate, honey. I know that's why she's like, I'm gonna be like Ashley. So Ashley had her formula down pat. And so she spent those 40 hours for 90 days applying for over $500,000 in grants, honey. So she knew what she wanted and she went after it. And now her wins are coming in back to back to back. And that's my favorite part. So imagine you're not just sitting and waiting to hear back from one grant. You're receiving congratulations grant winner emails from multiple grants. How you do that? So now she is matching my numbers. I got to get on it and apply for more. The student has surpassed the teacher. And that's what it's all about. So that's the big vision that we have for Black Women in Grants, blackwomeningrants.com, and all of our soon-to-be 500 mentees. Akeisha says she wants to start a home health agency. Got it. So what other questions about grants or grant-funded opportunities do you guys have? And I'm happy to drop some more gems as we go along. All right, y'all, I'm going to bring y'all in the kitchen with me. I'm about to make me some more coffee. I don't know why I'm feeling like a daredevil today. Have another cup of coffee, but here we are. Good things happen when I have a lot of caffeine and sugar. So, you said, so that grant with the video has a pitch section for those chosen to go to the next round. Wow. Okay. So that means you got to up your skills next time, babes. We got to get on it. There's that. Holly Joy, welcome back. She says, here listening. Classy, ask me a specific question. Let me tell you this real quick. So the quickest way to go find a grant, right? You can put in grants for small business grants in Google right now. That's the quickest way to find a list of grants to go apply to. Okay. So for those of you that are like, is there a grant for my business? Even though I told y'all we don't ask that question, we just know that there is. Go to Google, type in small business grants, see what pops up. The last time I did it was 19 million results. So that means you have to have a process for, number one, going through all those grants. And you also have to have the eye, the skill, the knowledge, the know-how, and the understanding of how grants work, legit grants, in order not to get scammed, because half of that is going to be false information and they about to take your money. But you so in a hurry to go find a grant. So that's the easiest, quickest way to do it. And also get scammed in the process. Okay? That's just straight up. Now, I can send you 3 free lists of grants that have been vetted specifically for Black women, for-profit small business owners, which is what I'm telling you need. But I'm also telling you it doesn't help just to have a list of grants for whatever business you're doing without a strategy. A strategy is how you tell your story, how you talk about your business, how you talk about the people that you help with your business, and why a grant should give you the money. A strategy, okay? So again, it's not get rich quick. I will not be answering any more questions about grants for specific businesses, because it doesn't really matter what type of business you have. It matters who you are as the business owner that can tell the story that's going to get you the money. Speaking from, hey y'all, I'm Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And it all started because I told my story, not because I'm like, I wonder, can I get a grant for breathing? I wonder, can I get a grant for standing up? It's not about that. It's about telling your story. And I'm trying to teach you that from a $50,000 level, because that's the level we learned at from a $50,000 grant that's currently available for just Black women in business. That's it. So it doesn't matter what type of business you have. The rare chance that you will find a grant specifically for your business you would stand a chance of winning that grant so much more if you came as, I'm this type of business owner, and here's my story about why I do it, who I do it for, and why you should give me money to keep doing it and help more people. Oh, and by the way, I also give back to my local community. I'm going to take about 5 to 10% of these funds or proceeds and give it back to future generations to learn about my craft or to go through my program or some type of way that you want to give back. That's strategy. So that's the only way I teach it. And that's the only way we win over here. And we're well known in the grant space. So hopefully this clears the air about anyone here that's wondering, just give me a list of grants. How do I get it for this business? I'm going to just ignore your question. You got to come correct and ask it from a standpoint of you wanting to learn. And I really dig deep into this, help it all make sense over at blackwomeningrants.com in our mentorship program. Thank you, Chocolate Lady. Okay, Tay says, I'm just using what you taught to create the pitch, and they haven't chosen yet. So Tay, make sure that you're now you got them on your radar, right? So they're like, okay, they'll make their decision when they make it. Make sure you're focused on a new grant, okay? Next opportunity, because the worst part is waiting. You know what they say, a cooked pot don't boil? Or that's what it feel like when you're trying to wait on somebody to make a decision. But if you're focused on other grants and using those same skills to apply for even more funding, you'll be like me and be like, I forgot I applied for that. I won. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Or, that's okay that I didn't get it. I've done better for the next grant. My application got better. My video got better. And you start doing your research on those who did win. You know the process that's in the book over at blackwomeningrants.com. You follow up with them. Yeah. What other questions can I answer for those of you hanging out with us? You are a Black woman, you're for-profit, you're a small business owner, and you are seeking grants for that Black woman-owned for-profit small business. You want to know how to not only find, but apply for these opportunities. So y'all let me know. I'll help you help yourself. Any other questions? If we have any of our grant gamers here, meaning you're already in the grant game mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com, you've claimed your scholarship price to come join us for $97 for the whole year, and you have a question or you want some personalized one-on-one coaching with me real quick today, let me know in the chat or send an invitation to come join me live, and I'm happy to help. So when you apply and get denied, do they tell you why so you can do better? Some of them will tell you if you ask. Have you ever applied for a grant? Let me know. Anyone here, have y'all applied for a grant before? There is a way that if you get denied, quote unquote, we don't look at it as denial. We don't look at it as a loss because it's all in your mindset. So instead of going in thinking, what happens when I don't win? You already done lost. You putting yourself in that seat. I knew Jesus would not come back before I seen the name that I just seen pop up on my screen. I already knew. I ain't gonna cut up though. She know who I'm talking to. Friend said I did 2 last night. I already know. Nope. No, ma'am. I'm gonna go in my prayer closet and send Jesus to your address. You know I got it too. You forgot that part. Anyway, hey Maxine Henry. Welcome back, stranger. I don't know what's going on with y'all today. There must be something in the air. You're like the 4th person that ain't been here in a month of Sundays and got the nerve to show your face. Get her, Jesus. I love it. Welcome back. She said, send him. Okay, now you better be careful. Better be careful what you ask for. This mantle is heavy. Fran said she applied for 2 last night. Congratulations on that, girl. That's progress. So if you've never applied for a grant, or let's put it like this, if you've never applied for and won a grant, there is a process to getting feedback on if you don't win the first time, because there are several grants that will allow you to apply more than once for your single business, as long as your application is different the next time and your video is better. And they tell you that, like, don't send us the same application. You better add something to it, catch our attention, because they don't want to read the same thing every time. They're going to recognize your name, etc. But also, if you have more than one business, some grants will let you apply multiple times as well for the same grant, but for both businesses, as long as it's not the same application. And so if you don't win the first time around and you're considering reapplying for that same grant, or you're going out to apply for more grants, then you have a better application, stronger video, but you can also ask them for feedback on the application that did not get you the grant win the first time. So we give a script by script email in the Finding Funding ebook over at blackwomeningrants.com that you can literally copy and paste, because it's an ebook, and email it to the grant and say, hey, would love some feedback on why I didn't win this time. And scripting, putting that in professional terms. And they usually will let you know. Now, some grants will ghost you. You'll never hear anything back. So it'll make you wonder if the people behind the grant are legit. So if you ever see that grant come up again, you can decide if you want to waste your time again. Okay, that's just real talk. Some grants will respond back and say, we really don't have the manpower, meaning the team, to sit and evaluate and give feedback on each application, but here are some resources, or thank you for reaching out, or here's how you can make yourself better. Some grants have their own little toolkit of how to apply and be better the next time. And so they have a little learning platform that'll teach you different parts of what it's like to apply for that grant as you build your business, pitching for funding. And then some grants are gracious enough to factor that into their application process. So like the last grant we were selected for $50,000 at the top of this year, they asked, hey, just in case you're not selected this round, would you like feedback on your application? And I'm like, absolutely. That's a $50,000 opportunity that you literally cannot pay for. And so that's what they did. They sent out feedback saying, here's what we've seen that you can make better for the next time you reapply. Not only do we already know your name, we love what you do. And when you make this better, you stand a bigger chance of winning the next time, which means you'll have a leg up on the competition going for the second time. And so if they don't offer to give you the feedback, there's a way you can get it, but also it really is valuable and priceless pretty much when they give you the feedback, when you ask them the right way. So I hope that helps. And again, we have scholarships over at blackwomeningrants.com to come join us in the mentorship for only one-time payment, year-long access for $97. Fran says, my first time though, I asked God to get me through it. Amen. That's what it takes, Fran. You need prayer, a nap, some good food, maybe a walk around the block, shopping. Oh, I'm speaking from personal experience, girl, my bad. That's my schedule to get through it. That's why when people say, can I just pay you to do it for me? No, ma'am. No amount of money will allow me to torture myself for nobody else's business when I barely am making it through it myself. So let's go. That's why we got this community to come together and lift each other up to keep going. We got this. Because when you get that first check in your hand, girl, it is just magnificent, okay? So keep going. Get those wins. But it's way more powerful to apply for grants knowing that you got a strategy that you've sat and thought through, even if you're not selected the first time, but you know you're getting better every time. So that's a part of my process, even mentoring myself through it. I'm like, I know my application was so much better than my last application. This is really good. I'm going to copy and paste and save these answers for next time, okay? So there's that. You say, is there a max on how many you can apply for in a week or a month? No, it's unlimited. Nobody's keeping track of that but you. We have a grant tracker worksheet in the mentorship that Ashley Rankin, the $29,000 grant winner, created for y'all. And she left links for the grants that she's applied to that you can go read about and see if your business qualifies and apply as well. So it's unlimited. She set aside 40 hours a week for 3 months and just straight apply for grants. And so now she's applied to over $500,000 and soon it'll be closer to $1 million. So you can apply unlimited, you can win unlimited, but it's up to you. You said, so I want to be clear, I have to use every penny of the grant for your business. Yeah, if you're applying for it for your business, if you're telling them that you're going to use it for your business, then use it for your business, just in case they come back and ask for receipts. Or in my case, I've seen them interview us grant winners, like, what have you been up to since you won? How did you spend your money? What have you been able to do for your business to help it grow or expand and help more people with the funds since you won the grant? So, yep. What other questions can I answer for you guys? Is anyone over at blackwomeningrants.com securing their scholarship to come join us in the mentorship? Let me know in the chat, especially if you have questions or you need my help getting logged in. I am here to help you. So if you're new here, put new in the chat and welcome. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, winner of over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. And I help Black women, for-profit small business owners find and apply for grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business. So welcome, newbies. You can place any question in the chat about being a Black woman for-profit small business owner who is ready to apply for funding on your own behalf. Because nope, I will not do it for you. But yeah, I'll teach you how to do it. Welcome, newbies. I see you. What other questions can I answer for you guys? Let me know. Happy to help. I'll be here for a few more minutes. We got like 10 more minutes left in case y'all got questions. There's a list of grants, Bria, that I send out to our mentees over at blackwomeningrants.com. And it makes it easier because these are grants that have been vetted specifically for women in business. And so you find the grant opportunities that your business qualifies for, and you apply to those before their deadline closes. And then keep moving forward, applying for more grants so that as you win, because your grant application strategy gets better, you know, more and more winnings will be coming your way at the same time, kind of back to back if you apply back to back. So that's how that works. And blackwomeningrants.com is the site to come join us. Let me tell y'all about the program. Would y'all like to hear a little bit about the mentorship? For-profit means you're not a nonprofit. Nonprofit means for the people, and you have a governing board that can tell you what you can and can't do with your funds, how much you can and can't make as the CEO. They can vote you out of your own company. And it's not for profit, so you don't bring home the profits. It goes back into the people. For profit, you keep everything. Our grant application process is different, and it's shorter and it's easier. It's more user friendly, which is why you can learn the skill and do it for yourself. You don't have to worry about hiring a grant writer and all that. You don't need that. Okay, let me see. Scroll back up real quick. Bria says, I'm sorry I didn't hear you. Where are the list of grants? They're in my list of grants is in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. You said, so I will need to do a lot of driving, flying for my business to get it started. So a car, flights to be used from the grant. I'm not sure I understand your question, Classy. Maxine Henry, do you need a new link to access? The old one still works, which means you ain't been doing nothing with it, is what I hear. That's just what I'm reading in between the lines. But you let me know if I'm right or if I'm right in that. You're welcome, Comatose. Welcome back. Don't be laughing. I know you ain't dead now. What other questions y'all got for me? Y'all let me know if y'all hear me smacking because I'm over here tearing up this piece of chicken because I'm hungry, like Les Brown used to say. Would you guys like me to share more about the mentorship program and how you can get a scholarship to go through it with me today? Let me know. Excuse me. Okay, let me get something to drink and then I'll tell y'all. I'm drinking a brown sugar boba tea. It's so good. So hold on, let me get a sip, then I'm come back. Okay, blackwomeningrants.com is the site. You can look at the bottom of your screen under that picture of that gorgeous woman that looks like she's studying, but she's really posing for the picture. That's me, by the way. Blackwomeningrants.com. Blackwomeningrants.com. Over there, you're going to see our Grant Game Mentorship, and you'll find within the program a step-by-step walkthrough of what we call your grant game plan. And it's going to cover your grant application strategy, or your GAS or GAS. So we teach you how to put a little gas on your GAP, grant application process, GAP. We also talk about mindset, because I told you got to be in a winner's mindset going into this, or else you ain't going to make it, okay? And then what your daily schedule needs to be like. I give y'all a 30-day walkthrough of if you did this one thing every day for 30 days. Chill. I'm going to just leave it at that. But you need a daily schedule in order to win, whether you're applying for your first or your next grant. I don't know if y'all heard Chocolate Lady say when she did what I shared with you guys in the mentorship, she won a $50,000 business mentorship, scholarship, training program, and coaching on her first try. So in the program, we have different sessions where I've laid out like the difference between a nonprofit grant, a for-profit grant, what that whole process is all about. So you know the difference. It's very important to know the difference. I laid out where my money has come from the last $10,000 or so in grants so that you can go look up those opportunities. And if they're still available and you qualify, apply. Tell them Dr. AJ Austin sent you. I'll teach you how to evaluate your current grant application strategy, which is kind of what we're doing here today a little bit, because if you come here wondering, can I get a grant? Can I get a grant? Can I get a grant? What are grants? What are a list of grants? You ain't got no strategy. You just want the money and you're going to lose every time because you're coming at it wrong. So you got to put some respect on it and do it right. And we do that through our grant application strategy. So I teach you how to identify exactly what you need to change in the way you already thinking about grants, how you already going about looking for grants, and how you are applying for grants. and we help you find and apply for and win what we call Black business grants. Okay? So, if you want to know exactly what you need to fix in both your grant search, because I know some of y'all have been looking for grants and you swear you can't find them, but I can go right now on Google. I can go right now in our mentorship and show you millions, multiple millions of dollars that are currently available for Black women, for-profit small business owners. I can also show you exactly what you need to change with how you're applying for these grants to help you improve your grant application skills so that you can confidently achieve your grant goals. So real quick in the chat, put how much in grants you would like to win, whether it's one grant or multiple grants. How much do you need? How much can you see yourself winning? Put that in the chat. We call that your grant goal. What is your grant goal? 36 people that are on here. I'm assuming you're not robots. Talk to me in the chat really quick. Y'all said y'all want to know about the mentorship program. This is part of how it works. Unlimited is not a number. So I need numbers, I need commas, I need dollar signs, and I need decimal points. How much in grants do you need? You can't write unlimited on a check. So put a number. If you can't answer that question, that means that you really haven't thought through your budget. And I'm wondering, do you really need a grant? Because a grant is going to ask you, how much do you need, okay? Phoenix needs 50K. Okay. Anybody else? At least 50K. Okay. Hello, Cynthia McGee. You've been here before, right? Welcome back. 40K. Got it. Anyone else? The reason it's important to have a grant goal as well is because you could run into what we call a reimbursement grant. A reimbursement grant is going to say, okay, you told us you need 50,000. Exactly how much will you use down to the penny in your business? Show us exactly where that 50,000 goes. In my experience, there was a $2,000 grant. And they said, we know you said, you can host an event for like $2,000 if it's something really small and local. So go ahead and host your event. Spend your money first. Send us an invoice with your receipts and we'll reimburse you. That's why it's called a reimbursement grant. So even with that, I had to send a budget for workbooks will cost this much. Food, drinks will cost this much. The room we'll host it in will cost this much. Print out workbooks and pens and highlighters and markers and flip charts and audio visual will cost this much. And I had to, down to the penny, tell where that money was going. So with the numbers that you put in the chat, make sure you can walk a grant through where this would go. So let's say you want to hire new staff. You would say, I'm going to hire my first part-time employee. Not only is it an employee, you need to tell the role. Let's say it's a social media manager. Talk about how many hours per week they will work, how much you're paying them per hour, what their job description is, and what them being brought on and that grant helping to pay their salary for is going to free up your time to do. So with your grant of $80,000, I can hire my first part-time social media manager at this much per hour. They're going to take it off my hands and post to TikTok 3 times a day, which is the quickest way to grow on TikTok, by the way. But you don't want to have to do that yourself. And you're going to say, because I'm freed up now and I don't have to do that myself, I can now go out and contribute to a bigger cause or a mission that I'm really, really close to my heart. I really want to help people. So I'm going to take a part of that grant as well and sew it back into this community to help this cause on behalf of my business. Y'all see how this works? So grants love to see a man with a plan, if you will, or a woman with a plan. And so what that means is, just like when we go to the grocery store, we got a budget, we got a list. We may or may not stick to it. I'm speaking for myself. I usually forget that I have a list, and I just go down every aisle and pick up what I know I need in the house. So anyway, we ain't talking about me though. We talking about you having your list of exactly where this funding is going to go, and being able to walk a grant through exactly how you're going to spend their money, and be able to show them their return on investment. Meaning, Mr. or Mrs. Grant check writer, not only when you give me this money, I'm going to take it, hire a new staff member that's going to free up my time. I'm going to take it and sew it back into a portion of my community to help more people. And I'm going to reach out and tell everybody you gave me this money. I'm going to send you more people to apply for this, which is going to show how competitive your grant is the next go round. It's going to bring good press to your grant. And I'm going to be your official ambassador, singing your praises about my phenomenal experience winning this funding from your organization. People love when it's win, win, win. And so you have to factor all of that into your strategy. But see, you won't know that if you're just going for a list of grants, because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to stand out on that application. That's the pitch. We're the pitch, babes. We're the pitch. So this is what we teach you to do in the grant game over at blackwomenandgrants.com. How to achieve your specific grant goals. So the number y'all put in the chat, that's your grant goal. I teach you how to achieve that without feeling overwhelmed or without feeling like you want to hire somebody else to do it, because you got this, babes. It's a skill you want to know. Just like Chocolate Lady said on our chat, when you do it for yourself and it works, and other people are saying you do it, they're like, well, wait a minute, what did you? That's how that works. So you want to know exactly not only how to find grants, but how to apply for grants that are perfect for what you do in your business, who you are in your business, and the impact you're making on your community as a Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And then you want to be able to get that before you even work through the full program. And our program is only 24 hours long. So it's 24 hours of content. We got a book. We have an app you can download that'll read the book to you. We have a series of boot camps and master classes and workshops we've done, and you get the replay to it that'll walk you step by step through finding and applying for your first or next grant win. And then there's interviews with our last 4 grant winners as of today. And they've won a collective total of over $205,000. So even if you've tried and applied and been denied before for a grant, even if you're a total beginner and you still have so many questions and you really don't know where to start, or so you say, even though I've been on here with y'all for over an hour helping y'all. If you're new to this grant search for your small business, or maybe you've won a small business grant before, but you want to win more, like it's been too much time in between wins, head over to blackwomenandgrants.com and come join us. It's only $97, one-time payment, year-long access. And there is Klarna, there's Affirm, there's Afterpay, payment options in case you need it. What I love about this is that we have 370 ladies in the program so far. We have a goal to help 500 ladies well before the end of this year. 40 came on board just last month, so I know we're going to supersede our goal real quick. And every single lady in the program has a different personalized grant application strategy specific to them, to where they are in their business and where they are on their grant journey and where they're headed as a future grant winner. And so it's tailored as their own personal game plan with their own unique small business grant goals. So while some of y'all may have put the same amount in the chat, that's your grant goal that you want to win and achieve for your business, y'all all have a different way you're going to apply the funding in your business as a part of like your financial future for your business. And grants now, for me, are considered simply an additional revenue stream. It's not something that you want to depend on 100% to start or grow your business. They don't want to be your sugar daddy. You win a grant usually once, and they'll tell you either you can never apply again and win, or you can't apply right away. You got to give it some time, let somebody else in, go make some money in your business, go apply for other funding. So they don't want to be your unlimited cash flow source. And they shouldn't have to be, because this is a business that you're running. That means that they want to know how much money you're already making in your business, or how much you plan to make when you get started if you're a startup business. And they're going to ask you, how much have you made? How long have you been in business? When will you get started? They want to be like, what can we expect as your investor? Because yes, it's an investment, even though you don't have to sell equity in your company or give up a portion of your ownership, and you don't have to pay it back. But they still want to know, what is their return on investment? How will you use this fund to grow and multiply that money and your impact? Are there any questions about anything that I've shared? If you are joining us in the mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com for only $97 and you need my assistance getting logged into the learning portal, just let me know. I am here to help walk you through that process. My main goal for all of our mentees is to be able to confidently qualify yourself for every small business grant that you apply for, knowing that you're applying for the right opportunities and you are prepared to win, honey, because we ain't doing this for fun. You know, it ain't that fun when you think about it, but I make it fun. But I want you to be able to balance out the time that you put in finding and applying for and winning these grants. I want you to award yourself with having your own return on investment and the time that you'll put in submitting these applications. That outcome, like I said, when you get that first win, that check in your hand, child. So all of this has been factored into the mentorship at no additional cost to you. It's just the $97 to come join us. And all you have to do is go to blackwomeningrants.com, click the button that says, click the button below to join the Grant Game Mentorship. And by joining the Grant Game Mentorship program, you're going to begin to learn your grant application strategy, or your GAS, and your process to applying for grants so that you can apply for and win hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands of dollars in small business grant applications as a Black woman-owned for-profit small business. And so you can become a small business grant winner and take the first step toward your dream of winning 3, 4, and 5-figure small business grants. Because I know y'all have that grant goal that y'all put in the chat. And so, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask away. Again, the website is at the bottom of your screen under the picture over at blackwomeningrants.com. So we invite you to come join us. You can also let me know when you join, because I'm not on that screen on my Baperda, as my little niece used to call computers. And I can get there and help you get logged in and set up and make sure you get your welcome packet for the program. Are there any questions? Let me know. Hello, tall and gorgeous. How are you? Any questions about anything we've been talking about so far, about joining us in the Grant Game Mentorship Program, etc., etc., etc.? I wonder why I'm talking like that, but you're welcome. What is one thing you've learned today? Put an aha or a takeaway that you have gained since being here with me for the last hour plus, talking about finding, applying for, and winning grants as a Black woman for-profit small business owner. What have you learned? What's like one of the nuggets that you're picking up and taking with you? Let me know. Anybody learn anything? Oh, Maxine learned that she is the pitch. Amen. What else have we learned on today, class? Anybody learn anything or nah? Y'all real quiet. As soon as I said, stop asking me about grants, everybody shut down. Investors want to know how they will benefit from giving you their money. Amen. Anything else come to mind? I know we got some note takers and some journalists. What y'all learning today? What I love about the Grant Game Mentorship, while it includes videos and audios and the ebook and an app that'll read the book to you, it also includes the pre-recorded interview chats with the grant winners of over 205,000, which we got to change that number today, $710. But the transformation that you'll receive when you join the Grant Game Mentorship Program will be improving your small business grant application skills, development of your small business grant application storytelling skills, like we talked about earlier, crafting your small business grant application essay writing skills. So if you feel like you're not a good writer, I got you, boo. I give you the most frequently asked questions. I give you some of my answers of how I answer these questions and, win grants. I also help you enhance your small business application, small business grant application video strategy, where you have to do videos, essay videos. So you can be like Ashley Rankin, who's now won $29,000 and has mastered videos or pitching via video. So I give you templates of what to say in the video. I share with you me winning small business pitch competitions live, online, and pre-recorded, because there are different types. You can also pitch live in front of an audience of a few hundred people. And we do have people in our crew who have won that way. But whether you're finding or applying for and looking to secure your first or next 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7-figure small business cash grant or grant funded opportunity, it's all about finding and securing your ideal small business grant where it's personalized and it's perfect to your business. So it's not about a random list of grants where you're going to be competing with so many other people, but it's about finding what we call micro grants. And these are grants off the hidden path. And so with us being for profit, we're in what we call the private public sector of funding, which means it's public because a lot of people could learn about it, but it's private with how we get our funding because it's not government funded. It's usually funded by banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, Regions, etc. But also it could be funded by credit unions. It could be funded by corporations like Target and Walmart, Visa, American Express. The list goes on and on with where our funding comes from in this for-profit space. And so you want to discover these opportunities, especially if you own a business and you need help fleshing out parts of your business plan where it's like, okay, how am I going to market my business better? How am I going to sell more products and services? We partner with 6 different organizations to help you bring that part of your business plan to life. Because a grant will ask you, how are you funding your business now? How will you make money in the future? Who's your target audience? How are you selling your product and service? So you need to have that written out and fleshed out. And no, it's not you copying and pasting from a business plan. They only want a portion of your plan, not the whole thing. So yes, you can apply for it and win grants without a business plan because everyone does not ask for one. I think out of the 500,000 I've applied to so far, one asked for a business plan, and it made sense because it was coming from a self-employment organization. So they wanted proof that you're a legit business. So I give you 13 secret grant sources for business grants if you run out of grants to apply for, which is nearly impossible, okay? Sydney, I didn't see the first part of your question. I just see or self-guided rather. So let me scroll back up. Oh, Maxine, let me see your notes. You said you learned that you need a plan and you need to have everything laid out on paper, not just in your head. Amen. And changing the way you think about grants. Yes. Sydney, what was the first part of your question? I missed it. Fran said it's so many grants out there. And not only that, you want to narrow it down to the grants that are out there that are perfect for you. Like Ashley Rankin winning the L'Oreal $10,000 Beauty Inclusive Grant this year. She was one of 300 applicants. And she wanted to launch a skincare line. They're in the beauty industry. Like it was a perfect fit. But what won Ashley that grant is not her business by itself, but the vision she sold on her video essay that I taught her the skills for how to master. She told her story beautifully and why she founded her company, how she was looking to use their money, what their return on investment would be, how she's helping her community. All of that is part of the secret sauce that goes into finding and applying for these grant applications. So I interviewed Ashley and I interviewed Deanna Joy and I interviewed Raven, and they three have collectively, and we just interviewed Selena this morning. I don't know if y'all was on with us, but all four of their interviews, it totals $220,710 that they won. Just them four. We got 370 in our mentorship. And they're not only finding and applying, but they're winning this funding. So as they reported back to me, I added to our collective total. I just know we're going to reach $1 million much sooner than I think, okay? In wins, cash in hand, babes. Sid said was wondering if there's a community or one-on-one opportunities. They are built within the community. This is our community here on TikTok, where our mentees show up and future grant winners show up and join us in the program. This morning, I brought one of our mentees live. And earlier in this live, I brought one of our mentees live. So this is your community and your opportunity to get coached one-on-one in a group setting while people watch and listen and ask you questions as well. And all of that is factored into the mentorship. So me being here live with you 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the last year and a half plus. Me doing pop-up lives like I did this morning. I just randomly go live sometimes. All of that is part of the mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com. And it's worth and valued at way over $97. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. Especially not for $97. So that's how that works. I told y'all about the replays of all of our TikTok lives. We got a playlist that we share with you guys the private link to, and you get to listen exclusively to us coach on grants. 300 episodes is currently on that list. That's how often I've been here with y'all. And so that's a part of the program. Plus the interview, I took notes on an interview call I did with a grant that was for $100,000. And they told us what they were looking for and asked me to tell y'all about it. And I said, well, let me mentor them first. Let me help train them to make sure they show up, because we coming to win. We ain't just applying to look cute or help you with your numbers. We taking home something. We leaving here with something. So, if you want to know even the secret to how to get grants to come to you so that you ain't trying to do your own search and wonder if they're legit, I did a video within the program teaching you how that works. Plus the 30-day grant game action plan video that I told you if you do just one thing every day following this game plan, you will be so amazed with where you are at the end of your action plan. And if you need help telling your story, whether it's writing it or pitching it on video, I've given you a template for how to do it, how I do it. The last grant that I did this for and won, they chased me down even after I won. Like I was done with everything. They called me from a new number so I wouldn't know it was them. And was like, we got you. Okay, now we need you to blah, blah, blah. They loved how I pitched on video and how I was the face. They put me in their email and press release, on their website, on their social media. And I set the template for how to do video essays. And that's where I got the template. I came up with it from their grant opportunity, winning it. And now I share it with you guys. Also, if you've been wondering, about getting help with this, y'all don't really need me one-on-one. This is everything you need in the program. I've poured out my brain in this program, in addition to sharing my secret with AI. How you can use AI to help you apply for grants in a way that no one is doing. No one knows this. I have other grant writers that are mad at me because I won't share this with them, but I share it with y'all a little bit in the program. But it's not what you think at all. Like you would never think to use it this way to help you out with your essays. And no, it's not copying and pasting what ChatGPT spit out to you, because that's going to sound like a robot wrote it. If y'all were here the other day when I was talking to Sharice, and she was reading me some of her grant application answers, wondering why she was getting rejected, I just stopped her. And I was like, I could tell a robot wrote that for you. You need to take notes on how I teach y'all how to use these robots to sound just like you. But only engineered in a way that I, as a multi-million-dollar grant winner, know how to do it. Okay? So, I spill a little bit of the tea in the mentorship. I share it with y'all a little bit. I also give you a checklist, making sure you got your stuff in order as you go apply for these grants, because some of them are going to ask for things like your business bank account, your business employer identification number, or your EIN. They're going to ask for your business website, your business telephone number, your business social medias, your business email address, your business mailing address. And all of this needs to be set up before you start applying for grants. But it's so much more that they're going to want from you, even if you're just getting started, or you haven't launched yet and made any money yet. They want to know that you have certain things in place to show that you're legit. So I give you a checklist of what that is, and it's our 5-step grant guide. It's an audio series, and I'm walking you through what that looks like. So I've hosted master classes that walk you step by step through applying for these small business grants. If you want your grant application to stand out. Some people just want to apply and run and cross their eyes, fingers, and toes and hope they win. And that ain't how this works, sis. So I did some trainings, and I share with you my insider secrets, everything from where to look and how to qualify and what types of small business grants that you should be applying for according to where you are in your business. So real quick, answer this question, because it's only one answer, but it's two options. There's no in between. Are you in the startup phase of your business? Put startup in the chat if your business idea is still in your head. Or maybe it's like you see me on this picture here. It's in a journal, a notebook, some loose leaf paper, somewhere stuffed in the bottom of a book bag, a purse, or floating around in your office. Put startup if your business is still in progress, prototype, beta, where you're still trying to figure certain things out, like who is my target audience? How will I make money? Am I ready to apply for a grant? I don't know. Put startup in the chat, especially if you have not yet made money in your business. That's option one. Again, it's only one option. There's no in between. I mean, it's two options, but one answer, no in between. Option two is started. Put started in the chat if your ideas have made it out of your head, off of the paper. Maybe you typed up a plan on the Baproodle, as my little niece used to say. Put started if you've actually launched and you are making money or starting to make money. You're known for what you do with the business, product, or service that you offer. You got clients and people who have paid you to do this. You have a roster of people that you can go back to and say, hey, give me a testimonial, whether you write it or do it on video. Tell people what your experience working with me, giving me money to do this business has done for you. Put started in the chat if you started. So only 2 options are in the chat right now. You've either start up, you're still working out the kinks, or you started. Which one are you? And this is pertaining to the business that you're looking for grants for. Because some grants will flat out ask, what phase are you in? Now, the phases have subcategories. We won't get into that during this live, but those are the 2, either startup or started. And believe it or not, whether you start up or whether you started, that is going to depend on the type of grants that you qualify to apply for. So that's why I say it's not just enough to go out and find a list of grants or buy a list of grants from somebody, because you don't even know what types of grants those are. You don't know if they're startup, or you don't know if they're for businesses that have already started. Therefore, you don't know if you qualify. So that list could be absolutely no good, and now you're out of money. So that's why I share the list for free as a part of our mentorship. I get 3 lists every month. And I share our main list with you guys. I bet the opportunities. We have a team member who puts together one of the lists. And so far, we have over $1.2 million worth of grants for businesses that are either in startup or started mode. And you can go read about it, see if you qualify, and apply for it. So blackwomeningrants.com is where you come join us in the mentorship for only $97. It's one-time payment, year-long access. blackwomeningrants.com. There's Klarna, there's Afterpay, there's Affirm, and it gets you access to all of this. It's there. It's waiting on you to get started today. You ain't waiting on me. I have given you everything I have. Next up, we got a workbook coming out, but no stressing, okay? So the types of grants that you qualify for is based on the phase that your business is in. And that's what the checklist breaks down to show you what the phases are all about. Another important thing to remember is that some grants are for some things. But every grant is not for everything. So I give you a list of what grants should not be used for. So you can keep that in mind as you go out to hit your small business grant goals. And I teach you how to hit your small business grant goals. You know that number y'all put in the chat? I also teach you what to look for in a small business grant scam, because there are a lot of scams out there. It's so many scams that we have to file legal proceedings once a month with somebody trying to claim that they are me in your inbox here on TikTok. That's how grimy some people are in this space. So I teach you 25 things to look out for and ways to avoid getting scammed, getting got, wasting your time, and sometimes losing some money with grant opportunities that are disguised. They're really scams. And so you want to know that, plus the major differences between a nonprofit organization that has a grant proposal process versus the for-profit small business grant application process. We don't have to write proposals and hire a team or try to get somebody else to do it. And so I also mentioned that we've partnered with some programs to help you flesh out things like your pitch deck. So if you can see yourself pitching your small business for like a small business pitch competition, or if you need help with fleshing out your marketing plan, your sales plan for how to bring in money as you wait on your grant wins, we have partnered with 6 different programs that is also going to give you a scholarship to go through their trainings absolutely free. So this is how you can more than 10x your $97 investment. and get help with things like your branding, your website design, email marketing, social media, goal setting. All that's factored into our partner programs, in addition to our grant application strategy walkthrough in our trainings and replays that you get of our virtual events that we've hosted, teaching you our secret method to how our women are winning grants and how I'm still winning to this day. So, not only is there the book, but there are the series of videos. This is an independent study course. So there's no live meetings other than here on TikTok, Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday. You can jump in as you please, but you don't have to worry about, putting something else on your schedule and having to show up for something live. But I'm here when you're ready to jump back in and join us. We've had a lot of our original grantees. We call them OGs. They have showed up today, and I'm excited about that because that means you're still interested, you're still willing to try, you still got a lot to learn, and you're hanging in there with us, and I love it. So go to blackwomeningrants.com because there's your welcome packet. As soon as you get registered, there's a link that'll let you in the portal. I'll approve your membership as it registers your email address, and then you'll instantly get your welcome packet that includes the Finding Funding ebook that I wrote. You can only get a copy of the ebook over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's our main part of our curriculum, and it covers my secrets for how I started finding and securing these grant opportunities, how I learned about the 60 business expenses that grants cover, and how I started to win answering the 27 frequently asked small business grant application questions. And I share my answers with you guys. Plus, I applied for a grant funded opportunity for $2,500 to go through a 10-month long, it was called a fellowship, which is a leadership training and development program that was funded by Target, was one of their funders. And they ask you about 70 plus questions. And I won. And come to find out, only 5 to 11% of people that apply for that grant wins it. And when I won, I asked them why I won. And they told me, we see your legacy. We see your business is bigger than you, how you're reaching out and giving back, and that's why we awarded you. They put that in writing and emailed it to me. And I use that as proof that they're grading our papers. Speaking of grades, my graded application to that program is in the Finding Funding ebook. So when you join us, you're going to see that live in action. And behind the scenes, God just let me see this. I don't know how. I was just being nosy, and I clicked some, and I was like, oh, it is the literal conversation that the grant reviewers were having with each other about my application. And so they made notes on my application in some kind of way. I got access to it. I was clicking, being nosy, and it opened up this portal, and I was downloaded it, y'all, real quick before it disappeared, because I had never seen the grading process in 4K, as the kids say. So I was able to see the conversation being had about me, whether or not they thought I qualified for the grant, what my score was, because grants score you out of 100 points. I ain't gonna tell y'all what my score was, but I got that grant. So you can see my application live in living color or in black and white. It's in the book over at blackwomeningrants.com. It's a part of the $97 mentorship. And no, it's not $97 a month yet. It's a one-time payment of $97. And there's Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm that will allow you to join us with the payment arrangement if you need it. So that's just a little bit about the program. If you're wanting to come join us and learn how to find and apply for and win grants for your Black woman owned for-profit small business. What questions do you have? Let me know, and I'm happy to answer them. We are going to hang out a little bit longer, and then I'm going to let y'all go because I'm going to go get some real lunch from somewhere. I don't know where I'm going today, but I'm going to go. Any questions? Okay. Infinite said, I just missed the program. You can go to blackwomeningrants.com. It breaks everything down. That's literally what I was just reading from. So, because I can't remember all that. But blackwomeningrants.com. It's at the bottom of your screen under that picture. And you can go read it for yourself. Click the button. Come join us. We have scholarships available. I usually limit the amount of scholarships. I didn't say that part. It is first come, first serve. So if you click the link to join us in the mentorship and it no longer works, hey, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but at least you know we had this conversation, right? Okay. Any other questions? Let me know. I'm happy to help. Any questions? Any aha moments? I've been on here for twice as long that I planned on being on here, so I'm about to go. That's all I got for y'all today. If there are no questions and all hearts and minds are clear, just make sure you follow this page and turn your notifications on so that hopefully TikTok will let you know when we're live. Tell it to let you know when we're live and when we post videos like the one I shared with you earlier. Hello, cousin. Just joining. You late. You missed it. This is my second live today, and I'm just not seeing you pop on. Hey, Yolanda. Okay. BlackWomenInGrants.com is where to sign up and join us. Yolanda is one of our mentees as well. We're all family in the program. No, for real. Some of us live right down the street from each other. Y'all are in bordering states. I'm here in Atlanta. Everybody trying to get to Atlanta. But we all meet here virtually. I ran into one of our cousins in a grocery store recently. She's like, "You Black women in grants." And so we talked for like an hour, even though she was supposedly rushing home to go fix dinner. Whole family waiting on her to come from the grocery store. We standing there blocking the aisle talking about grants. So I love that for us, okay? But BlackWomenInGrants.com is the place to be. Not only do we have Black women in grants all over the world, but I also have another business. You guys may have heard Chocolate Lady talk about it during our chat this morning here on the live. I certify Christian life coaches, and we got coaches in Louisiana, California, like all over the globe. So y'all are worldwide. We have a worldwide mission. And so that business plus this business, which you guys hear on Black Women in Grants, we still find and apply for and win grants. And so that's what inspired me to help other Black women do the same. And that's what we're doing in the mentorship over at BlackWomenInGrants.com. So go claim your scholarship because the price is going up soon and the scholarship fund is slowly dwindling down, okay? Yolanda, it's the same website, Black Women in Grants, but you can just click the drop-down menu and it'll say certification. You click it and read about it. But same company or two different companies, same umbrella. That's what I was trying to say. So there's that. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm going to go get my voice a rest since this is my second live today. I had to call my coach back because I hung up on him to get on here with y'all live in time. Until we meet again, my friends, you guys have a phenomenal rest of your day, and I will talk with you soon. God bless. Bye, future grant winners.